Good morning, traders. It's 8:01 a.m. on Tuesday, the 8th of November, 2016. It's voting day in the United States for the general, presidential, and congressional election. A day that is probably going to go down in history. Um, Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. The key news, of course, is that is the voting today. So we have non-market based news that is likely to influence the trade as it has yesterday throughout the day. My intention this evening is to actually be here and at my desk pretty much the entire evening from the reopen onwards. Today I'm essentially camped out in front of my desk. I expect essentially what's likely to happen is two out of the three most likely election scenarios are likely or could cause some volatility with a Clinton victory, um, ha- creating a non-event if Republicans maintain control of Congress. Um, and of course, Trump wins, and it's likely to push the market lower. This creates this is a discontinuation of the status quo, and it creates an additional risk to assets in the market. And then a Clinton victory with a Democratic Congress is likely to see volatility as well, as that, again, is a change of the status quo. So it'll be interesting. It is history because it potentially is the first time that a woman president is elected in the U.S. Otherwise, this has been an unorthodox election, and I'm not going to talk about politics, but in either case, it's been a very very heated contest. So we've seen the market respond yesterday with a rally. The Mexican peso was strong, and currencies across the board were stronger on the Clinton news from the FBI. So the market's definitely paying attention, and I think right after this we go back to assessing whether or not December brings our first or a potential rate hike, and that becomes on the front burner um, as we move forward. Okay, so that's what's in control here. We're likely to hear things throughout the day. We're likely to get volatility throughout the day. So just don't be stubborn with your positions. Just take your losses quickly and leave yourself open for other opportunities. I saw a lot of people holding short and defending a short position yesterday, and I just feel like it's just an incredible waste of a perfectly good account. Here's what we expected yesterday. Oh, let me take a quick look at what's on deck for today, other than the election. As far as the U.S., we have the U.S. JOLTS job openings prelim coming in at 10 o'clock Eastern for September, expecting 5.475 million as an announcement. And then, of course, well, Feds Evans spoke already, and then at noon we're going to get BOE Speaker Haldane, and then at 12:20 Eastern we get Fed Speaker Evans again, speaking on the economy in New York. He's a non-voting dove. So that's what's on deck. As far as what we talked about yesterday we opened in a gap from 94 and a quarter all the way up to about 21.10. And so about 15-point gap zone and a much bigger gap close. The market closed to 2079.75 on Friday. So the probability of a gap close was very, very, very small. But I did expect the gap to be tested yesterday and for the market to stabilize and then start turning up, as you see here on yesterday's Hypo 1. That did not happen. The expectation is for a push down, stabilize, and then start to move up. Hypo 2 was looking for again, for the overnight inventory to balance. The overnight inventory was very positive, was very strong on the buy side. The expectation is for it to balance initially, but small, and then for the market to push to 2124 is the number I mentioned. And that did happen, but the market continued to push higher, and we did not have the responsive move down. Yesterday, we essentially opened, and the only rotation we got down on the open was this 2108 from 2111, which creates our opening swing. And once we broke through the opening swing, we did not look back. We never challenged the VWAP or the mid. So yesterday was definitely a trend day with the range extending multiple times the initial balance and the market closing near the top with the point of control outside of the initial balance. This is a classic trend day, pretty wide range, about 20 points yesterday, 22 points or so. So this was one that very clearly early on, as I tweeted out, uh, given that there was no attempt at filling the gap and no rotation down to start closing the gap zone, that the product is the market is initiative, meaning it's moving away from the most recent auction or the most recent value, which was below its initiative. And I said caution shorts. This is a market that you don't want to fade with a position. You can fade it with a scalp, but it's very short term as far as a fade. We did get to that 24. We pushed to 24.50 for the only real rotation down for the day, 21.19 quarter, and then the market continued to push higher on the close. The delta was pretty strong. The rotation down on this chop area was very quick on the delta here. You could see it go from positive to negative very quickly, but then it picked up into the close with the um, bigger lots going negative and staying negative into the close. So as the market started pushing up, you probably saw on your own platform that there was a little bit more selling as it pushed higher. So you could see that here, the the portion of the volume selling on the way up just kept increasing and increasing uh, uh, up here and down here. So that's where the delta comes from, the negative delta comes from. As far as what we did overnight, we are in complete balance. The market did test lower. It dropped right off the open, but then it completely recovered that. We pushed back up to 21.30 and a quarter. The overnight high is actually 21.30.75, and we have traded the entire range. You could see that the profile is Gaussian. It's a normal distribution profile. The market's awaiting further news. It looks weak to me on the open. I'm expecting the market to start to test some of the areas below. But overall, when we look at yesterday's action, I had discussed a little bit this composite here, this particular composite from the high, from the most recent high. Let me shift that over. It's not. There we go. From the most recent high, I did say that we are opening in this low volume node, and if it starts to push through that low volume node to the high side, then we're looking for 21.20 and 21.24, which is yesterday's point of control. Basically, it became yesterday's point of control, but we've pushed and rejected this lower distribution here, and are battling our way through the upper distribution, which is um, quite jagged. It's quite uneven, or it's just not very smooth. But we're pushing through. Also reminded you yesterday that the scene of the crime, or the point from which the market heard the Clinton news 2 Fridays ago regarding the FBI investigation, was 2134, and that is the likely area that the market is heading for. However, it's looking weak on the open today, given the overnight action. So when we look at the overnight, chart here, it looks weak to me. It pushed up, came all the way back, pulled down, looks like strength. So we have somewhat of an impulsive move up. We have a continuation move, and then we are in a correction, and I'm expecting this to continue to extend down. So I'm looking for the market to be choppy this morning. And unfortunately, this morning, I'm going to leave you with no real hypotheses. I mean, the greatest expectation I have is for the market to push to 2133.50, which is the MC point of control for this region. Um, and okay, no politics, buddy. Uh, the, that's the great. That's the most important target in the area. 2133.50, 2134, and that's the key kind of bullseye in the area. Uh, but with a weak open, we might end up chopping around. Now, the reason I'm not providing hypotheses this morning is because this is all externally driven today. It's going to be exit polls, exit poll news today. Like I said yesterday, is an important day to have a news feed, something that is not as delayed as, say, CNBC or Bloomberg TV or a TV channel. The idea is to have is it's going to be news driven. As I suggested yesterday, if you are looking for even a 7-day trial on newsfeed, shoot me a message at futurestrader71.com/contact, and I'll do my best to hook you up with a professional newsfeed. And you can just take the trial to get you through the election, but also get a good look at this service if you want to have it. But in any case, it's likely to be driven by news. There's a lot of unknowns here, and the market does not respond well to unknowns. And we're likely to get exit polls, exit interviews, a lot of chatter on the from the media and the news wire today. So there's really no point in me giving you hypos that are likely to be driven by forces that are not built into the charts. However, any push higher is likely to target 2134. We've already broken the one-time framing on a weekly basis. We took out last week's high at 2127.75. And it looks like the market is reversing, and it all depends on the outcome of tonight's election. So check out, check out whatever you need to get your news today, and just pay attention. Do not get stubborn with your positions because it can move a lot farther than you think. There's no sense in giving away your account for a day like today. Good luck and take care.